Happy Prime Day, everybody. One of the happiest times of the year for Amazon sellers. This is when we are expecting a huge mid-year bump in sales for just a few days. But last year was not as good as it had been in previous years for a lot of us. And I want to explain why and also give you some tips to maybe fix that for this year. So if you've been selling for a few years, you would know that you usually didn't have to do much and you would just see a huge spike in sales. It is a wonderful thing because you wouldn't have to cut into your profits and you would still be able to make a bunch of extra money. Now, last year, a couple things changed. Amazon started funneling buyers through different deal pages. As soon as they would log into Amazon, there would be different things for them to click on, and that would cause buyers to only see sellers and items that were on special for Prime Day. So this was either a Prime Day deal or some kind of lightning deal for the day or some kind of coupon deal that had been put on. Now, I'm not in the business of breaking even or losing money just so Amazon can have a wonderful sale day and get a lot of extra money in their pocket. Ideally, we can both win. So last year, I was expecting it to be the same. So I didn't have a lot of Prime Day deals on, and margins were tight because of all the extra shipping and everything. So I was expecting there to just be a nice bump in sales. What ended up happening was only the products that I had a deal running on had a bump in sales, and everything else was kind of just a normal day. That was pretty disappointing. So what do you need to know for this year, and what can you expect? Well, Amazon has put out a couple different ways for you to sign up to put your own products on deal, and it doesn't have to be as painful as you would think. You could have paid $500 to actually run a Prime Day deal for 12 hours. Now, that's a lot of money to pay out, considering that you have to then make that up. If you're only making $5 per unit on an item, and it's a smaller margin item or a less expensive item, you would have to sell over 100 items for you to make that up. Now, also considering that you would need to discount the item more than it had been previously discounted on top of paying that $500, it's not really as good of a deal, or it's very difficult to make money on that deal. So what else can you do? Instead of doing that, you can actually run a 20% off special coupon just for that day, or special discount just for that day. Now, here are the rules. You have to be 20% off or more, and your price has to end up after that 20% being 5% lower, at least 5% lower than the lowest price that your item is sold for in the previous 30 days. So if your product is typically selling for $19.99, that means that you can raise your price, put on this 20% off coupon, and then as long as your item is then on sale for $19.49 or less after the 20% off, you will get the special Prime Day deal badge, and you will be featured in these different funnels that Amazon plans on funneling to the buyers. I recommend you do at least that if you have the inventory for it. Now, this might not be such a bad thing if you've had some inventory issues, or your inventory or stock is running low and you're worried about Prime Day stocking you out and you don't necessarily want this big boost in sales. Do nothing. You should just have a normal day. But for the most part, you should try to get that badge and take advantage of it in any way you can. So besides doing that, the other thing I recommend doing is pumping your pay-per-click marketing. If you run lightning deals on a regular basis, and as of next week, we do have a lightning deal masterclass coming up, so look for details on that. But if you do understand how lightning deals work, when you have a special day that people are excited to be shopping for, like Prime Day, or if you have a special exclusive deal firing away like like a lightning deal, you need to expand your pay-per-click marketing campaigns. You need to increase your budgets. You need to increase your bids. You need to turn on more campaigns that would typically not be converting high enough to keep on. So you're going to want to turn on a bunch of temporary deal campaigns. These might be auto and broad campaigns targeting a bunch of different keywords that are like what we call our root words. And you might want to extend the budgets on the good campaigns that already perform well. Make sure that those don't run dry. What you're going to want to do very early in the day is monitor all of your campaigns and check the impressions. If you're getting impressions and clicks and it looks like they're starting to convert, monitor them to make sure they don't run out of stock. If you're not getting impressions, then you might need to raise your bids and be a little bit more aggressive. Keep in mind that the next day or the following day or two, that you're going to want to turn those back off because there was a reason they weren't on to begin with. And you don't want to just waste a bunch of money with campaigns that aren't converting well. So those are my Prime Day tips for sellers. If you have any others, share them in the comments below. But the two main things are for visibility, make sure you have a Prime Day badge. Go into the deals section. There's a special link to learn all about what Amazon is looking for. You only have another day or two to get those on. So I think the deadline is the 9th or 10th. So don't hesitate to do that for all of your SKUs if you want that special badge and you want those extra sales. And then also pay attention to your pay-per-click marketing campaigns. Happy Prime Day, everybody.